Hey guys, it's Nicole, and I'm back after a 10-month hiatus. I just had a beautiful little girl that's going to be 2 weeks old. I now have more time to scrapbook and make cards, and so I decided to film a video of me making a card from start to finish. I was a little rusty, but I've been watching lots of videos, so I used that as kind of some inspiration. I'm using this stencil. I believe it's from Memory Box. It has stars on it, and the paper underneath is 120-pound cardstock that I got from Michael's a long time ago in a large pack. And recently I got two of the new Distress inks, the pistachio, cracked pistachio, and then the other one is abandoned coral. I got them from Vanessa's shop, which is Butterfly Reflections ink, and I decided to use them here with some of the squeezed lemonade because I like those three colors together. And as I used my applicators to put it on, the yellow and the red mixed and made a really beautiful orange. And then the same thing happened when I added the cracked pistachio. It made like a beautiful color with the yellow, which I really liked. I sped this video up a little just so it wouldn't be too long, but I tried to not do it as quickly as I do my layout videos because a card doesn't take me quite as long as making a layout does. And I did make a few layouts and over the past maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, so I didn't film them, but I'll try to share them in a video. So anyways, I'm just finishing up my background here. I apologize if you hear the baby crying or Reagan in the background. I'm actually using Reagan's bedroom to do this voiceover because I can't go upstairs to do it because I can't climb stairs right now since I just had a C-section. Okay, so I'm just cleaning my craft mat. I absolutely love the way the layout turned out, or the background turned out. It looks really fresh and clean. And now I'm pulling out my Cuttlebug to use this die cut that I got a long time ago from Paper Tray Ink. And it's these stars, but they almost look like hand-drawn stars. And I like that they're not solid. They almost look like you drew them with like a thick marker. And they come in a small, medium, and large. And I'm using one of the medium and two of the small on this particular card with some black cardstock. And I don't think I used my very good quality cardstock. I think I used some cheaper quality that I got at Michael's because there was really no need to use my more expensive cardstock since all I'm going to do is staple these onto my card. And then I also plan on taking the background that I created and putting some black cardstock behind it just to give it like a nice border around the edges. So now I'm just popping out the little inserts on the stars, making sure that they look dimensional. And I'm going to figure out how I want to lay them on my project. So it was nice to go through my products, and I haven't really spent a lot of time in my scrap room over the past few months. I sort of took a break from crafting, and I almost, forgot what I have and what products that I bought maybe right before I found out I was pregnant, and these stars are one of those products, so I couldn't wait to actually put them to use. So I just stapled them right on in a manner in which I could still put a sentiment in that bottom left-hand corner. And this stamp set, this is how I used to store my stamps, in a CD case. This stamp set is Hero Art Sky's the Limit, and it has like rainbows and stars and moons and suns and clouds and a few sentiments related to that. This stamp right here is just a cluster of different stars. So I used some hybrid ink from MFT in black licorice to just do some stamping around with that to just add another layer to the card. And I wanted to keep this card pretty flat and not dimensional because of the envelope that I was going to be using to mail it. So this sentiment, the bottom one, says "You're a star." That came in this stamp set, but I wanted it to say "Thanks, you're a star." So this is a stamp set I got when Sherry and I went to like a stamp fest, and it's a bunch of different thank yous. And I forget the name of the company that sells those. I think it's Close to My Heart. So I stamped that above it, and now it says thanks, you're a star. And if I didn't mention it before, all I did was staple those stars on. I wanted them to be a little bit dimensional, so I didn't want to glue them all the way down. And then this cardstock is from MFT. It's called Fuse Green, even though it looks yellow to me. I guess they consider it a green color. It's almost like a chartreuse. And like I said, I'm going to line my background paper that I created. And here I figure out that it's been so long, I put the tape in wrong in my ETG, so I didn't want to fuss with it on camera, so I just moved on to a different adhesive. And now I'm making a nice little black border around the front, and then I'm going to add that on to the yellow actual card base. And I didn't measure anything, so I don't really have measurements to share. I just kind of did it. And now I'm working on the inside because I always finish the inside of my cards. And so I took the star from this Lawn Fawn set, and I decided that I could use that if I wanted to just write a little sentiment or something, or a message to the recipient inside the card, that this would give me some white space to do so. But I didn't want to just have a plain star there, so I used that star cluster stamp from the Hero Arts Sky's the Limit set, and I just go around the edges with it, just to give it some extra something. Real easy. And this was the first time I ever used the black licorice ink, and I really like it. It comes out very good, and the stamp set is like really juicy, and I like it when it's very easy to apply. Now I'm just putting a piece of black paper on the inside, a cardstock, and then I'm going to center that star in the middle, and that's going to finish up the inside of my card. So you'll see that here. And guys, thanks for bearing with me. I know I was a little rusty on doing voiceover and making videos, but I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll try during my maternity leave to be more involved in my channel now that I'm feeling better. There you go. Thanks, guys.